And this is what takes place, and it's sad, especially this time of year. It's very sad, very sad.
3 lives lost, a 4th person fighting for her life. It all stemmed from what police say was a fight inside a Portage Park bar around 2:30 Sunday morning.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of everybody involved that lost loved ones and the people that are still fighting for their lives.
Police say the altercation spilled out from Vera Lounge onto the street, and that's when a suspect started shooting, hitting the 4 victims.
At this point, all we know is the subject fled the vehicle in a vehicle, a dark SUV, from the scene here.
Those killed include a 50-year-old man, a 26-year-old man, and a 24-year-old woman. A 25-year-old woman was also taken to the hospital after she was shot in the head.
I'm not surprised to hear what happened because ever since this business came up, Vera, the neighborhood has been changing.
This video is brought to you by Prison Fellowship Angel Tree. Prison Fellowship Angel Tree. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to let you guys know we are actually doing tremendous. Our original goal was 1,300. Now they moved it to 4,000 because we've been doing so well. So I know for a fact that we can get to this goal. If you haven't given to Angel Tree, let me tell you why it's important to give. These young people do not have their parents for Christmas. They will not experience a proper Christmas unless we help them. Their parents are incarcerated. Many of them can't afford to give them gifts, can't afford to send them messages, and we are going to make that connection. Now, these people who are inmates work with Prison Fellowship. They register for this, and we are giving them the opportunity to present these gifts, messages, and a Bible to their children. So these are men and women who are rehabilitating, and I'm all for reconciliation and forgiveness. These are men and women who are rehabilitating, and we can get access for their children to have an incredible holiday, something that's going to change their lives forever. So you click in the link in the description section, and you can cast a vote. $125 will get you 5 kids. My family donated $1,000. That's 40 kids. So on and so forth, ladies and gentlemen. I know we can get to this goal. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Share this video. Let's get into this. Booyaka, 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 booyaka. That's all you hear if you live in Lori Lightfoot's city. Mayor Lori Lightfoot is literally destroying the city. 25 shots, 6 fatally killed over the weekend due to gun violence across her city. Shots at Vera Lounge on Northwest Side leaves 3 dead, 1 wounded. If you look at the murder that's going on in Chicago, it will make your head spin. And Lori Lightfoot don't get a bad enough name, in my opinion. I mean, like, if I was, I mean, maybe I'm tripping. But if I lived in Chicago, I don't want to hear, I wouldn't want to hear the mayor talk about LGBTQ plus. I don't want to hear her talking about homeless people. I don't want to hear her talking about energy and illegal immigration. I don't want to hear her talk about nothing but how are you going to fix the gun violence. Guys, listen to me. You look at the history of this country, and people say black people were disenfranchised in America, and they were murdered and killed and hung from trees. That is true. But when you look at the amount of murder that occur today in these inner cities, it's leaps and bounds above what happened in the past. Now, you know, the population is bigger, but more black people are dying in the hands of other black folks in these inner cities. What are we going to do about it? This is a pandemic. How do we not see this as a pandemic? I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm going to do some research. And I bet you $500,000 that if you look at the concentration of murder per capita and you just go through these inner city communities, I guarantee you isolated, poor inner city communities have more violence and death and destruction than any other community in the country. By far. Look at the dropout rate, inner city communities. Listen, they all go together. When you grew up without a dad, you begin, and not everybody, right? Because I got to say that every time, because somebody says, well, you do everybody. Not everybody. But it's more than likely you grew up without a daddy. There's a reason you grew up without a dad, right? Everybody knows that this kid was born into a single family situation, single mother situation. But there's a reason why. And that reason carries trauma. See, this is what my next book is going to be about. Don't steal my idea. That reason carries trauma. Mama is not living a wonderful, healthy, stable life, ending up with a kid out of wedlock. In many cases, mommy and daddy don't get along. So mommy is having you holding the bag of trauma, raising you in a dysfunctional situation. Or mama got issues. That's why she forcing daddy to not be around no more. Because daddy don't want to be with her. She don't want daddy to have any access to the kids. So the single parent number in and of itself is not the biggest underlying issue. That's just a number. The problem lies with what situations have happened to now create a single parent home. Because when you go back to the back, kids without fathers don't do as well in school. Most of the dropouts don't have a father. Most of the teen pregnancies, because the young girls don't have a daddy. And that teen pregnancy without a father leads the young woman to have a baby without the man involved. And now the cycle continues. And the trauma that she had is now passed down to her son. And growing up without a dad, growing up without a man telling you he love you, and I'm saying in a real sense, not on some LGBTQ stuff, but like in a real sense, like having a man love you, hug you, validate you as a boy growing up is invaluable. Now you don't have it. Now you're looking for love from the homies. You're looking for love from gangs. You're looking for love from validation from other people who are not doing well. And then the cycle continues. Now you hanging out with the thugs. Tupac had a song, Shorty Wanna Be a Thug. It's a perfect song written about this situation. You hang around the wrong people. You get influenced by the wrong people. You get indoctrinated by these people. And you end up being a statistic. And that is an epidemic in our country. The brainwashing that goes on. When I was growing up, went to an all-black school. It ain't just because your skin color that you're not successful. It's the mindset, trauma, and ideology that comes along with culture that's been adopted by black folks. And I wish that we could address this issue because we would want everybody in America to do well. Every group of people to do well. Not just white, not just Asian, not African immigrants. We want everybody that lives here that's American citizens to do well, live the American dream, be educated, be prosperous, be competitive in the marketplace. And with people like Lori Dirtyfoot, she worried about climate change and clean energy and LGBTQ+. But brothers are dying in the middle of the street while she's at a pride parade. Brothers getting gunned down. 5-year-old struck in the head with a stray bullet through the window while he's studying for his exam. Multiple people killed every weekend. Multiple. This ain't even a holiday weekend, and we got 6 fatalities. And you want to bet? You want to guess what race this is? It's black people. You know, after 6 fatalities, let me tell you something, because I'm finna go off. After you walk up on your cousin with his brains hanging out in the middle of the street, do you know what trauma that caused? When you hearing gunshots all night, your friend in elementary school, or they say your friend in the 5th grade got struck with a stray bullet and you never see him again, your kids dying in your arms, that's trauma. Trauma begets trauma beget trauma. And you wonder why they out here thugging. You wonder why they out here robbing people. They grew up with trauma. And we don't care. We don't even care. We don't even care as a country. Black Lives Matter. What did they do for the trauma in the black community? What did Black Lives Matter do in any significant way to help the condition of livelihood for black people, except them dirt dogs at the top? They up there living in mansions, buying real estate in all white communities. George Floyd family didn't get no money. Gray family didn't get no money. You go down the list. Not one of them black families got any of that Black Lives Matter money. And they got a chance to be all over the basketball court. But people out here doing real work in the inner city, trying to really make a difference, you will never hear, the mainstream media will never hear from you or give you an opportunity to speak. I'm starting to believe that our country and many of the people who live in it and many of the people who run the country don't want the community to change. They don't want black folks to do well. I honestly believe it. And I believe it comes from the leftist, the white liberal, the Nancy Pelosi, the Joe Bidens of the world, the people struggling with white guilt. They don't want to help black people do better. They want you to always eat out of the palm of their hand. Negro, get back on the plantation and eat these government funds because you ain't no better than the next one. That's how they really feel about you. They won't say it to you because they need your vote, but their policies say it to you every single day. Hold the phone. I'll be back after the break.